Hey YNR fans, it's Allie, and this is the YNR chat vlog for Sunday, October 19th. Sorry I didn't post a video last week. I had a house guest, actually, and it's just not easy to say, hey, do you mind if I go watch my soap opera, take some notes, and then record myself talking about my soap opera so that I can post a video on YouTube? It's just awkward, so I decided to avoid it altogether. But I'm back here now, and there's so much to talk about. It's been such a busy week. This may have to be a three-parter. So without further ado, I think that the #1 most awesome thing that happened this week is Daniel and Amber are back together. I don't know about you guys, but I was thrilled. I mean, I literally screamed and clapped. Like, the second that Amber opened up the door, Daniel was standing there just looking all love-stricken. He kissed her, and it was just magic. He said, "I love you," and it was like, finally, thank you so much. I think I probably woke up everyone in my neighborhood. I was screaming, shouting, clapping. It was awesome. I am glad that Daniel took the initiative to break it off with Colleen before he really got like sexually involved with Amber. I thought that was a good thing to do. Also, I loved the love line thing. It's like the more that Phyllis pushed Daniel and Amber apart, the more they really wanted to be together. It was an interesting little like foursome. I love the whole love line concept altogether. I think that's one of the more cooler modern things that YNR has done this year. Also, throughout that whole getting back together sequence, I really enjoyed watching Catherine and Amber. I love their friendship. I like it whenever those two get together. It's like Amber only shows up at Catherine's door in tears. That's the only time they ever seem to talk. But that's what friends are for. I love that friendship. So glad that they're back together. I hope that you guys are glad too and that you're as excited about that as I am. I really knew that it was going to happen. I had kind of a feeling because I can really see that what we're going for more than anything else is a Billy, Lily, and Cain trio. So I knew that we had to free up Billy from the whole Amber situation. Amber and Daniel are together, and now we're going to focus in on this thing with Billy and Lily, and unfortunately that is where it's going. I don't think that there's any hope for Lily and Cain to get back together anytime soon, and I hate to say that because I like them. I want to see Cain happy. It's like every single time that Cain and Lily meet, it's torturous. Just seeing Cain so I mean, it's gotta be so hard for him, and Lily just, I think, is trying to deal with it in the best way that she can, and it's a really horrible situation, but I just don't see it ending anytime soon. Now, Billy is clearly trying to get to Lily through this dating site, and he's just offering up little information to try to stick at her, which is what Billy does best, throwing out little jabs at people to try to push their buttons, and that's what he's doing with Lily right now, too. Trying to get her to forget about Cain, see that he's not a good guy, and I think he really wants to be with her. It seems like, I don't know if it's a conquest thing, because I think Billy is probably used to being with a certain kind of girl, and Lily is not that at all. So I don't know if that's why it is, but whatever. Billy is definitely interested in Lily, and once she finds out that it's him doing this online dating thing, I think they're going to start dating. I do. I think Billy and Lily are going to be the next couple, and the only way that Lily, and Cain are going to be able to get back together is if either A, Billy decides to fess up that the baby is actually his, and I really don't see that happening, or B, if Chloe miscarries. I don't know. I mean, those are the only two breaking points that I can see that would really change the direction that things seem to be going right now. But I think it's going to be interesting to watch, even if Lily and Cain aren't back together immediately. I think it's interesting to watch the tension, especially between the two brothers. The party that they had at the Chancellor Mansion last week with Catherine's story about Cain and Abel was very interesting because it's clear that they are going to be very distinct rivals, Cain and Billy. Did you see the toast? I mean, it was just, it's it's intense, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I think it's going to be, as I've said before, another one of a great one in our rivalry, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Jack was at the party, kind of floating, kind of biding his time, I think, thinking about the Jabot takeover, which, is that going to happen? Is the Jabot takeover ever going to happen? Is it something we're going to see a little bit further down the road? I don't see how it's developing. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of movement on that. However, what I don't understand is why Jack is lying to Sharon about the Jabot takeover. Has it ever occurred to him that she might actually be helpful to him in this endeavor? Sharon has a great way of kind of smoothing things over. I think she would be the person, a better person, to get shares away from Catherine, even though Jack doesn't technically know that Gloria doesn't have the shares. But I think that Sharon would be a good person to go in and kind of help facilitate this. So I don't know why he's continuing to lie to her. I think that's probably just part of his instinct. But okay, so now Sharon is back at Newman Enterprises, and so is Nick, and I gotta tell you guys, I think Sharon and Nick are getting back together. That's what it's looking like to me. One of you guys actually made the comment about the purpose of Noah coming back on the show was to make sure that to make sure that Nick and Sharon actually get back together. I think that's 100% right. There's still chemistry there. There's still something there. And yeah, I personally, I'm a Nick and Phyllis fan, but I think this is where we're heading. I think that Jack, I guess my initial reaction was, Jack, why did you let her take the job? You know, if you think it's going to cause problems in your marriage, why didn't you tell her you weren't comfortable with her taking the job? I think that Jack let Sharon go back to work at Newman because he doesn't want her on his case all the time. He's trying to fake this whole Victor Diary thing, so he's like, sure, Sharon, go ahead, go on, be with Nick, whatever you gotta do. And I just think that's, I mean, it's going to play a part in being detrimental to their relationship. I think that as well, Phyllis needs to wise up. Pulling stunts such as she did with the editorial in Restless Style, the unexpected editorial that slammed Sharon, it's not helping her. It's not helping her to secure her relationship with Nick. It's obvious that Phyllis feels that there's still something there between Nick and Sharon, and she's not helping her case by continuing to pull these stunts, but oh well, that's what Phyllis does. I mean, it wasn't that long ago when Nick didn't even remember that he loved Phyllis. So if I were her, I think I would be taking a little bit more meek of an approach, but I don't know, maybe that's just not her. I mean, even Jack warned her that she's really close to losing Nick. So I think that's good advice. I hope she takes it before she completely ruins the relationship, but I don't know, I can totally see a Nick and Sharon reunion in the future. I don't necessarily want to see Nick and Sharon get married again, but I think that an affair wouldn't necessarily be bad. Seeing Phyllis get a little bit of her own medicine there could be kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, by the way, I don't know if there are any Big Brother fans out there, but did anybody notice that Marcellus from Big Brother was at Restless Style on, I think it was Friday's show. He was like one of the kind of minions working around Phyllis while she's all crazy trying to hold down the fort at Restless Style. I love Marcellus. I don't know. I hope that I'm sure this is CBS. You guys have got to be fans. Please bring Marcellus onto the show. I want to see more of him. Please, like, bring him on the show and let him be there forever. He would add an amazing, amazing element to the show that I would certainly like to see. Post some comments if you like Marcellus, if you saw him, if you want to see him on the show. Post some comments in this video and let me know. Okay, wow, I'm almost out of time already for part 1. So this is the end of part 1. Part 2 and I think a part 3 are also to follow. So stay with me.